What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. Today we have XYZ Machines for Yu-Gi-Oh's GOAT format. That's not to be confused with XYZ Monsters, like the extra deck monsters with the black background. These are like, the XYZ monsters. Well, I'm confusing you now. I'll get into it, but before we do that, we have Edison, Tengu, hat format here, all those old school retro formats. So subscribe for more and like the video. It's free of charge always. So this is what I mean by XYZ, because I'd be confusing myself. X head cannon, Y dragon head, and Z metal tank. That's what we're talking about here today. So we have a main deck and an extra deck for you guys. This is a fusion deck, so we are going to have to do one by one. Let's start with the main deck. To start with, my one rule for the deck was to max out on XYZ monsters and the fusion monsters. So we're playing 3 of everything. We're playing 3 X-Head Cannon, the vanilla himself. It says, a monster with a mighty cannon barrel. It is able to integrate its attacks. It attacks in many ways by combining and spreading and separating with other monsters. I'm sorry, that cursive was throwing me off. Next up we have Y Dragon Head. We're playing that at 3 copies. We got Z Metal Tank. Y can only equip to X. Z can equip to Y or X. If Z equips to them, they gain 600, and then if they'll be destroyed as a result of battle, destroy that card instead. And this one can only equip to this one, and it gains 400 attack. Same thing, if destroyed by battle, destroy that one instead. So Z Metal Tank's kind of the best one. Next up, we have some monsters that help us bring out either Y or Z, but not X because it's too big. We have 3 Shining Angel, first editions out of Magic Ruler. I think that's pretty cool. Next up, we have 3 Dekoichi. Remember, we're playing XYZ Machines. I would have said XYZ if we weren't playing just generic machines as well. We're playing limited removal, so it's important that we play the best machines in the format. In my opinion, that's going to be Dekoichis and 1 Jinzo. That's all we need. These 4 with these, that's all our machines. We're playing a few more non-machine generics. Because we do play the darks right here, these 4 darks, also being machines, it enables us to play BLS because these are all lights. So we're playing light and dark with the BLS. And we're playing a couple more generic darks to add to that dark count. We're playing Breaker and Songun, and that is the monster lineup. I think that's pretty damn solid. If you guys have any changes, let me know down below. If you don't, and you like it, you think it's saucy, let me know that too. I appreciate you. And next, let's move up to the spells and traps. We have a lot to go over because we have an extra deck this video. We usually don't. Alright, to start with, you got your phone, your car keys, and your wallet. You can't leave home without them. These are the 3 best cards in the format. Not even close. So you got to play them. Next up, we got Snatch Steal, Premature Burial, Lightning Vortex, which helps enable us to get our Premature Burial or our Call of the Haunted off, so that we can get more monsters on field to banish them for the XYZ fusions. We have some solid 1-ofs. We have Heavy Storm and MST. We just want to keep that back row clear because we're going to be putting a lot into these plays. We're going to be investing a lot of cards, so we want those plays to go off. Next up, for some machine-specific stuff. In this format, limiter removal is unlimited, so we're playing 3 copies. If you guys don't know what it does, it says it doubles the attack of all face-up machine-type monsters that are on your side of the field when you activate this card, and then during the end phase, destroy all monsters that were affected by this effect. So if you're already using a card such as Return to Dimension, which we banished, I mean, fuck it. Might as well run it, right? Helps you go for game for sure. Next up, we're playing some generic ones. We're playing 2 Noblemen and 2 Trunade. Like I said, we want to feel safe. I'm opting for 2 Trunade in this deck. Because of that, we're playing 2 Return for Different Dimension. So at this point, I need to stop the main deck and get into the extra deck just to explain why we're playing these. All of these guys, XYZ Dragon Cannon, XZ Tank Cannon, XY Dragon Cannon, and YZ Tank Dragon, all of these guys don't use polymerization. The way they're summoned is by banishing the necessary ones face up on the field. And it's pretty self-explanatory. XYZ requires all 3 of them. XZ requires X and Z. Yeah, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. So yeah, it banishes them, so we can bring them back. We can banish them again, or we can bring it back, limit removal, go for game. Tons of ways to do it in this deck. So I think that's pretty creative, adding those cards to the card pool, or to our card choice, I mean. To finalize the deck profile for the main deck, we have some generic one-ofs. We have Mirror Force, Torrential, Ringing Call of the Haunted. These are going to be some solid one-ofs. They're all limited to one, so you can't play more than that. Again, Call of the Haunted is going to allow us to get some out of the graveyard and help, expedite those fusion monsters getting out on the field. And we do play big fusion monsters. So Ring of Destruction can allow us to go for game. Also, because Return is going to banish them anyways, might as well ring it, go for game, put some more damage, whatever you want to do. Gets it back in the graveyard, which allows you to go for Premature Burial and Call of the Haunted the following turn instead of being banished again. Bunch of neat little interactions to remember. Let's get on with the extra deck. Alright, for the extra deck, first up we're going to have the main boss monster of the deck, XYZ Dragon Cannon. I actually have some quarter century secret rares of this now. I might have to do for the next profile. It's alternate art too. But he says he requires X head, Y, and Z. As you know, you have to banish them. All of these monsters have the same effect in that they cannot be special from the graveyard. So once they hit the field and they go to that graveyard, they're stuck there. And this one specifically, for his effect, says by discarding one card from your hand, destroy one card on your opponent's side of the field. So that's why we're playing Premature and Call of the Haunted. It seems pretty self-explanatory that we're getting a bunch of monsters in the graveyard throughout the course of the game. Next up, we have 3 XZ Tank Cannon. We're going to have 3 XY Dragon Cannon and 3 YZ Tank Dragon. These are all of them. We're playing 3 of each. So he discards a card to destroy one card. These ones are a little more specific, and they're also weaker than him. So XZ Tank Cannon has the effect. They all have the same effect, like I said, that they can't be special from the graveyard. So let's get that out of the way with. His is that you discard a card to target one face-down spell or trap your opponent controls to destroy it. His is that you discard a card to target one face-up spell or trap your opponent controls and destroy it. And then YZ Tank Dragon, he's going to discard a card to destroy one face-down monster card. So none of them have face-up monster. It's just face-down or face-up spell trap. So mostly they're just beaters, limit removal, double your attack, return for a different dimension, go for game. But yeah, that's the profile, guys. If you guys like it, let me know down below. If you'd make any changes, let me know that as well. And if you guys like Goat, Edison, Tengu, hat format, maybe some of those more niche formats, let me know which ones you want to see. And subscribe to the channel, like the video. It's free of charge. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.